Hey guys, long time no see. I'm still living the dream. um, Basically, let's see, I haven't made a video in a long time because I've just been, pretty busy uh, doing all kinds of things related to moving to day shift, which has been real nice. It's been 2 weeks now, and I'm finally comfortable in the new environment. The work is closer to management. My workstation is a little closer to management than I like, and and every once in a while, like really important people from corporate come down and shit. And then, of course, our foreman walks them all through the shop and stuff, and well, it's work. It's not perfect. I like it, but it's not perfect. Um, I love in the day shift though. Man, I get so much more done on days. On swing shift, I get up at like what 10ish or something, and then yawn and have breakfast. Then I've got like an hour before it's time to go to work. So I generally fart out around on YouTube, go to work, get home at 11 p.m. Can't do anything then. But when I get home from work on day shift, man, I get home at 3 and I've still got several hours of daylight. I can do some things. So yeah, loving day shift. But I've been real busy getting my new Galaxy Note rooted. This thing, it's got I'm using the Beanstalk ROM, and I'm in the process of loading like firewall and my encryption software and the Samba software, which allows me to like access the phone from my PC. And basically, I highly recommend having a highly encrypted database like I do, because basically, if like a crackhead or something got a hold of your phone or your files or anything, there's endless stuff in like a regular computer that's not encrypted that they can use to do identity theft and all kinds of nasty shit. But if a meth head or something broke into my house, grabbed my computer, the only thing that they'd have a nice computer, but they wouldn't have anything to steal my identity with. They probably could find something around here, like my files or something. But they usually go straight for the computer desk. And in this place, they wouldn't have much luck. So, yeah. Basically, I use a little USB flash drive, and I use a program called Encrypt right here. And I'll probably put a link to it, because it allows you to access a real encrypted folder, and it's real easy to set up. And I've got like my purchases, and I've got tax receipts, legal documents, financial stuff like insurance. Let's see, income, cell phone accounts, condo owners manuals, condo value, all the tax things they send you, credit card information, insurance for everything, investments, progress charts on my mortgage, info on the new house, just tons of stuff. And it's all highly encrypted and very useful from time to time when I need it. And I can use the EDS program on my phone to access the same information on the phone if I'm away from home. I recall all those people in Hurricane Katrina fleeing their homes when when they didn't have anything. Some of them, they had like a wallet, or they just had almost nothing to restart their whole lives with after their homes were flooded out in New Orleans, right? And if I was in that situation, I mean, if I was on fire physically, that would be the only thing that would stop me from grabbing my phone on the way out. And of course, I've got the phone backed up in my toolbox at work and in the safe deposit box at the bank. So chances are, if I'm away from the house and 747 crashes onto the house, I've got everything I need to restart my life in that phone, in a highly encrypted format. So basically, I recommend, at the least, if you're going to have a computer and do things like bills and whatnot on it, I recommend that you don't keep any of your documents on your computer, because hard drive crashes or viruses or whatever, they can come around and do all kinds of nasty shit, like encrypting your hard drive and then demanding a ransom to unlock it. And it's just a nasty business, and you might end up having to format your whole computer and load the operating system again, and if you did that, you'd lose all your documents. So I haven't kept documents, except like trash documents, like scratch paper document files and stuff. I haven't kept any of that on a computer, on the native hard disk of the computer, for years. Like when I first moved into my condo, when I first bought it, I had a hard drive crash and I lost like 2 months of journals, and they were right at that important time of moving in, and where all the geeks came by and helped me move all my stuff. And individually, my fellow geeks are not very strong, but I had a bunch of them helping me. So that was cool. So basically, I highly recommend having a USB flash drive at least, and then using this Encrypt program to encrypt it and keep all your documents on there and back it up. Once you lose a flash drive, you've lost that stuff forever. I have never backed up anything to the cloud, but it might be worth considering. I might have to look into that. And if you have a really strong password, like mine, it's like 10 miles long, it's pretty close to impossible for anybody to break into that. And so then you can keep your information on the cloud, and even if you did have to flee your house in the middle of the night just wearing your boxers, you could then get onto a computer and you would have the information that you need to restart your life. Insurance forms, receipts for things you own, or utility bills. And like, I've got high-res scans of birth certificate, driver's licenses, even if that's all I had was the phone, I could restart my life with that. Plus, I've got many thousands of dollars in bitcoins, and I could use that. I could tap that financial power and use it to get an apartment or something like that, and get some basic transportation, that sort of thing. So anyway, I highly recommend that. Another thing I was just looking at a little while ago was a video from the Straight Shooter, and he was talking about how this guy is getting totally freaking hosed on with his child support being doubled, and he's showed a paycheck with 0 on it because all his money is being garnished. And pardon me. And he wants to, and he's doing a little notification of the MGTOW. He's sort of calling out fellow MGTOW to assist this guy, and I'm not sure. The guy's name, what's his name? Here we go. His name is David Gudgeon. Anyway, he wants to reunite with his son because his frickin' ex-wife moved to another state with his kid, and he's being bankrupted with his frickin' child support, and he has to access a food pantry, like a food bank, for just food, and he's being helped out somehow, probably by a relative, but he wasn't really clear on that. Yeah, and the guy, he needs help bad, and so I kicked in $50, you know, but I'm not sure that the guy, I mean, he's been married twice. He got fucked over the first time, then he got married again, and got fucked over a second time. So I don't know if this guy, he's not, I don't think he's a MGTOW. I think he's just being brutalized, just horribly brutalized by the family court and all that. It's like a MGTOW's worst nightmare, man. There is nothing I can do to help this guy. I mean, the only thing I can do is just help with a short-term fix. I threw $50 at the problem, but even if I had a time machine and was able to go back in time before his marriages and try to warn him, he wouldn't have listened. And even if he became a lottery winner or something and had suddenly millions of dollars, I don't know, dude, he might end up getting married again. There are some guys you just can't reach, and I think he might very well be one of them. So, I kicked in some money, but there's really nothing I can do to help him. His life is a frickin' disaster. He's a very cautionary tale for MGTOW, and if you want to go look at his channel, I'll leave a link in my description. But man, he is getting hosed hard. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is I'm just doing my bills with my encrypted folder, and I chipped up a bunch of wood today for mulch, and I'm just enjoying my weekend. I'm enjoying day shift. Good times. I'm living the dream. But you know, when you get really content and happy, I mean, sometimes you don't make a lot of videos. In other news, the condo sale has been delayed a little bit because the buyer is having a little trouble because a car loan, he refinanced the loan, and the credit union that he goes through forgot to notify his credit reporting things so it looked like he has two loans on the same car, so he needed an extension to do the purchase. So I signed the extension, but the stipulation is that the earnest money is mine if he can't make it work, and that'll be $1,700 in my checking account, which is nice. And then if it fails, I get to keep the money, but if it doesn't fail, that will be part of the money that I get for the condo. Then I'll turn around, take that money, dump it into the mortgage, boom. And then I'll be putting most of my surplus money not into the mortgage, but into silver and bitcoins. If bitcoins crash or go to oblivion or whatever, the silver should more than make up for it, because we are heading for a financial downturn, dudes. Let me tell you. When the next big Enron and WorldCom and all that, and the next big Bear Stearns or Lehman Brothers occurs, it will cause a shockwave through the financial system, and the price of silver will just start getting bid up and up and up and up, and it'll probably be 3 times what I pay for it, and that will more than make up for any losses I lose in Bitcoin. And if the financial system crashes really bad, and then the banks seize all of the bank boxes, then I would lose my silver, or a big chunk of it. But that would cause such a shockwave of anger against the system that it would cause Bitcoins to get bid way up through the stratosphere, and any losses that I take in in silver, would more than be made up for in Bitcoin. Now, you can't plan for everything, but I think because we're entering a major bear market. There's no safe place for your money, not in bonds, not in stocks, not in money market funds. All of that shit could get imploded. And about the only thing that is really safe in the fact that you won't lose it all, it would be like paid off real estate, cars that are paid off, that sort of thing. But you wouldn't keep the value, because the price of real estate is going to be crashing in the next 4 years. Another thing. One of my coworkers on day shift, he is a wild MGTOW, sure as shit. He saw the way things work. He saw the divorce rate. He saw how fucked up how screwed up his family and friends became when they got divorced, and then he just said, no, I'm not doing it. He has a nice house. He built his own garage, and he has a motorcycle to die for. I don't know what kind of motorcycle it is. I'm not a motorcycle guy, but even I can see that motorcycle is uber cool. He's got like major electronics on it, with like GPS and freaking a stereo that's just insane. and basically it's just tricked out like crazy. And he's also a mechanic, and he wired his own garage, put power into it, because he was thinking about becoming an electrician, kind of like the straight shooter. But he eventually changed his mind and went to being a diesel mechanic, not sure why. But then he kind of covertly was saying to me, when I was saying, when I was talking about my financial, well-being, I was saying, it's because I'm not married. And he says, you're right. I'm serious. It is not safe to get married. Not, man, the guy is talking red pill, but he's never heard the word MGTOW in his life. So it was kind of cool to give him some links for him to explore. And man, he doesn't know half how bad it is, but he saw the writing on the wall, and it was bad enough for him. And I'm telling you guys, there are millions of guys just like him out there who are MGTOW. He has a girlfriend, but she doesn't live with him, and he will not let her live with him. And some MGTOW say that means he's not a MGTOW, but I disagree. But he is a wild MGTOW, as I was before I heard the word MGTOW. So basically, they're out there, guys. And it'll probably just take a few notable types, like I don't know, there's some sports guys saying, I'm MGTOW, right? For our numbers to probably explode overnight. Although we're not doing half bad as it is, So anyway, I think I'll just keep doing my thing. I'd like to show you the garden and stuff, but I just don't have that much time. Oh man, this thing is already 20 minutes long. Sorry about the length. So anyway, to reiterate, day shift, went through a bunch of shit to get my phone rooted. I'm still working on that. donated to the David Gudgeon GoFundMe to so he can visit his son, and met a wild MGTOW. Yeah, life is doing pretty good. Tomorrow, I was doing a lot of yard work today. Tomorrow I'm going to continue wood chipping, get rid of a lot of that woody debris for mulch in my garden, and yeah, good times, living the dream. Yeah, all the stuff that I've worked for years, paying extra on the condo, buying precious metals back in 2005, 2006, 2010. It's all paying off. I'm living in a place now that, and an overall well-being level that is the result of many years of hard work, with the added bonus of MGTOW on top of that. Without knowing damn well that no woman was ever going to take that condo away from me, that allowed me to not be afraid to pay extra on the mortgage, and the result was I paid it off in 11 years. So MGTOW will create, it will prevent a lot of financial drains. It's like some people, if they are in a rowboat that's leaking, they will just bail harder and they'll wear themselves out bailing. But me, I'll plug the leaks. Bail, plug the leaks, and then eventually I could just kick back because all the leaks are plugged, or at least most of them. So that's the plan for me. Yeah, but my plan, if everything goes right, well, everything will go right for me, even though the economy is going to go to freaking shit. And we're going to see countries like Spain and whatnot seizing bank accounts, just like they did in Cyprus. They probably won't bother seizing bank accounts in Greece, because all the people are warned, and that whole Cyprus incident took place right off their shores, and they saw all those people lose money, a lot of money, from their bank accounts, and they're pulling money out of their accounts, and when they get paid their paycheck, they take it large portions, almost all the surplus, everything they need just to pay bills. They take everything else out and put it in their mattress and shit because they don't trust the Greece government not to reach into their bank accounts and steal their money. And it's a bitch when governments lose credibility, as they are all over the world. These people are, they're like sociopaths, and people no longer trust them. But when we see more countries, like probably Spain, Portugal, or whatever, stealing money out of their citizens' bank accounts with their bail-ins, and more of these companies going bust, like Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns and all that, and all these people losing money in the stock market, losing money when their brokerages go out of business, and everybody is going to be they're going to be in a position where they're going to want something that has value outside of the conventional banking system, and something that's immune or really resistant to government seizure. Right now, that is silver and bitcoins. That's what I'm aiming for. And then probably 4 years from now, if the economy even survives what's coming, then I'll take the highly inflated, much more valuable, I'll take the profits from silver and Bitcoin, and I'll roll that back into the stock market and into real estate or whatever, pay off my mortgage and stuff, because all of the prices on everything are just going to be crashed into the dirt, dudes. If you want to buy a car, save up for it now, buy it in 2 or 3 years, because the cars, they're going to be on sale. Like my truck, for example, back in 2009, that nice big huge Dodge pickup 96 and Cummins B series engine in it, I bought that for $6,500 back in 2009, and it would probably go for twice that now. But we're going to go into a situation where money is going to be very valuable and prices on everything are going to go down. So that will be the time to cash in your silver, cash in your bitcoins, or some of them, and purchase things that are likely to go up in value as the economy recovers during the next 4 years after that, and then ride the recovery back up in the stock market, that sort of thing. That's the plan. Now, there are much more educated people financially than me out there, fellow MGTOWs, and they talk about all kinds of things that I haven't researched well enough, but man, what I see coming, it's just going to wipe out most of what they're talking about, everything but their precious metals. And even the precious metals index funds are possible that they'll go out of business because they don't even have the gold or silver that they supposedly sell shares to, so they might lose a good deal of money on that too. So silver and bitcoins is my plan. And then, of course, in about 4 years, I'll probably have this place paid off with the silver profits, and if not, probably about 5 or 6 years just paying the normal payments. And then I'll be on easy street. That's the plan. I don't want to be an old guy, a really old guy, laboring as a mechanic, trying to make ends meet when my body's falling apart and having to pay a house payment. Nah. And the idea is, as you get less healthy, as you get older, you're gonna want to have a good financial situation so that you don't have to bust your ass just to keep food and shelter and medical expenses under control. Okay, well, dudes, I guess I'll let you go. I did send $50 to that David Gudgeon guy. I don't think it'll make any big difference in his life, but it might help a little bit. At least get him to able to go see his son. And I am so happy that I'm MGTOW after watching videos like this. Anyway, I'll put the links below. See ya.